We didn't prepare for this at all. Quinn, what did you do?
Bad things.
You bought the wrong layout, the wrong country.
You know, there's like a progression in the car world. It's like you're broke and you have a Miata, and you're like, oh, I want a turbo Miata. So you turbocharge your Miata, and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. And then you're like, no, I want naturally aspirated Miata and ITBs. So you spend even more money for a slower car. And then you're like, no, I want an S2000. So then you get an S2000. You're like, yeah, this is awesome. And then you drive something that's like nicer and newer, and you're like, crap, my S2000 feels like a piece of crap. I need something. I need a BMW Z4M Coupe. So then you get that, and you're like, all right, this is awesome. And then it's like...
What's the natural progression?
And then you got all your friends that as they get older, they're like, oh, this stuff is not cool anymore. You're only cool if you have a Porsche car. And no, I have a Porsche car now.
Yeah, he bought a Beetle!
This is my Volkswagen. So, hear me out. Hear me out. My friend, who is a GTR restoration shop. Some of you may know him as Tommy Farrell.
Don't say his... No, it's not Tommy. Is it Tommy F. Yeah.
Tommy F. Yeah.
Don't say his real name.
He got into Porsches because of Adam LZ. And every time I went down there, he's like, look at this Porsche, look at this Porsche. And I was like, yeah, it's cool, you know, but it's got the wrong engine layout. It's in the wrong position. I don't like pistons that go this way. But then he took me for a ride in it. And I didn't even look at it entertaining like I would ever even buy one. And I was like, all right, it's kind of cool. And then I drove it. And I was like, yeah, it's got a vibe, right?
Yeah,
this feels like a little bit of an occasion car. You hop in it, it's a sports car, but it's practical. You know, taking out the fact that it's an open diff, which kills me. And, you know, it's got the wrong engine. But he's like, yo, check this out. It's a C4S. So Carrera 4S, which is what I ended up buying. It's a wide body car. It gets the wide body of the Porsche, or the turbo version, but without the vents in the rear hips. It's a more rigid frame. And given that this is a 2002 996 Carrera 4S, 996.2,
yeah.
It's all mechanical. So what did Tommy do in his? He yanked the front wheel drive out, and you save about 100 pounds and free up horsepower in the drivetrain. So what are we going to do? We're going to rip the front wheel drive out and save some weight. Why did I get this car? Well, I really want to see what the Porsche lifestyle stuff is. Is it hype, or is there really some magic there? Now, the only real experience that I have, I drove a 991 GT3, which is an amazing car. I mean, the performance level of that thing out of the box was amazing, but it's a very expensive car, and it wasn't a manual. And you can't even get manuals for those years. And I think those engines grenade, too, some of them. But this kind of has a cool factor because it's still at a time, this is a true rear engine car. Like the 996 generation doesn't hide that it's rear engine. It's not as complicated in the electronics department. It is a very early version of CAN, but I like that you can rip the front wheel drive out, and the car knows no different. Doesn't check any lights. Just doesn't care. You know, Tommy's 996 with a couple bolt-ons on the engine, which this actually already has a set of headers and aftermarket mufflers, but still has a Cat X pipe that's going to go. His has a tune on it. And he did the front-wheel drive thing, a couple suspension mods. I mean, his is cool because everything's interchangeable, and he's got GT3 knuckles and center lock admins on his. Like,
that's awesome.
The car's kind of cool. Like, you see it, you're like, all right, this is a cool car. It sounds really good with his exhaust setup, and you know, it's got like a vibe. The steering feels amazing because you don't have any weight over the front. So it's got like there's tons of feedback through it. Like there's something there that I think is worth exploring, and this is a great way to do it without breaking the bank, because 997 stuff is outrageously expensive now. Earlier 993 and earlier are outrageously expensive, and then anything newer is outrageously expensive. The 996 era was like the hated car because these were the first years of the water cooled stuff.
And the non-round headlights.
Non-round headlights, but I actually like these headlights.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the 996.1.
Yeah, they're like kind of ugly.
The Carreras, like, the turbo versions always looked like way better, and this has got the turbo front bumper. It's got
this has a GT2 front bumper. So this is an aftermarket GT2 front bumper and GT2 wing on the back.
It just, when you say 996, like I wasn't expecting it to look as good as it does. Like I was expecting the 996.1, which I'm not the biggest fan of. It's it's not as wide body. It's like got that long nose, and it looks good. I love this car. It looks great.
A regular Carrera. So there was no Carrera 2 and then the 2S in the 996 years. It's just they all get whatever the higher rated engine was, but the C4S. Actually, I don't think there's even. I think it's just C4S. I don't even know if there's a regular C4 in the 996. Now that I say this,
I don't know enough about them.
No, I think there is. There's a base one that has a smaller displacement engine. This is a 3.6. I think they did a 3.4. But anyhow, the narrow body cars are real kind of weird looking in the style. And the front bumper is real ugly.
Yeah.
You know, having no wide body in the rear is like a little bit weird. Everything on the wide body car is definitely nicer.
It's got a nice presence to it.
It's got a nice presence. Yeah. And, you know, I took a weight of the car, and without the spare tire stuff in the front, because I had to clean a couple mouse nests out of it. I just left the spare shit out.
You saved a few pounds with getting rid of some ice.
Yeah.
Out of the airbox.
Came right in at 3,300 pounds. While I was cleaning the engine bay, I got my first taste of Porsche ownership experience. I snapped the oil filler neck when I moved it. So I've already put an oil filler neck in the car, and that was not that fun, as I expected, because you have like no room to work on anything back there. And there was a coolant hose, this one actually, that's in the garbage here.
The T-fitting was just
This is cracked, and somehow it's not leaking, but it's cracked and it's a part of the hose, so I replaced that when I was back there. Did an oil change. Put 9.5 quarts of oil in this damn thing. I think they run so much oil because you can afford to lose a quart or two when they leak, and not blow up. So a couple cool bits about this car is that it's got hollow spoke turbo wheels that Tommy had put on here. These are sought after. They're much lighter than the regular ones, although they're not lightweight compared to like any modern forged wheel. But they don't look bad. I'm definitely changing them. But to come with it is kind of cool. And this car has the factory carbon package here. Why don't you come over here, Felix, which was an OEM option. And this car has it. It's kind of cool. You know, there's carbon fiber all over the place. The steering wheel has carbon fiber in it, although that's getting changed and probably changing that out tonight. Because you can't just go to Tommy's shop and buy just one thing. He's got a million spares. It's like you're bombarded with cool trinkets and car things all over the place. So to go along with this, I grabbed a set of roof pedals that he just happened to have like laying there on his couch. I picked up this Alcantara wrapped version of the OEM wheel, and there's some matte carbon fiber here, although I still don't love the carbon fiber, but this is matte carbon fiber, not gloss, and it's less carbon fiber, and I actually like the Alcantara with the leather, with the yellow stitching.
Yeah, I like that the whole thing is Alcantara here. Yeah.
And I wouldn't have bought this if it wasn't for picking up a full set of Porsche carbon ceramic brakes from him, which we're going to be doing as one of the modifications on this. These big old 6-piston calipers in the fronts, and they're real carbon ceramic rotors over there on the shelf. That saves about 35 pounds of unsprung weight off of the whole suspension. And the thing that pushed me to buy them is that all these calipers, front and rear, can be easily adapted to my Z4M. There's a company called Rally Road Racing. They make adapter brackets. So we could do, I'm getting 2 big brake kits out of the deal. So that's how I kind of justified in my head grabbing it. The car needs some cleanup. It was sitting outside for a little while and it's black paint, which is miserable. I'm probably going to actually have this car vinyl wrapped because I kept promising myself I don't want any more black cars, and it's always the black car that comes up. That's the good deal.
It is. Always.
Always.
Yeah.
So I have another black car. My brother and I are going to go through. We're going to clean up the paint as best that we can. I have one little dimple in the rear that has to get PDR'd, and I think we're going to wrap it. I'm thinking either green or some form of white. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do for that. And we'll document the whole build and see if the Porsche thing is a real thing. And if it is, I will be the first one to tell you guys, because you know me, I'm a diehard front engine rear wheel drive car. This is the first like alternate engine layout car I've ever had.
And it's an extreme difference.
Oh, hugely.
I think there's something to it. I definitely think there is. It's
Tommy's car is cool.
Yeah, and even just like he let me drive the car down the street, and it was cool. I get it. I've driven Porsches before. There's something to them.
But it's like I haven't driven them to the point where like I've been able to drive one like I own it.
Yeah.
To like really exploit it, slide it around, and see like what it does. That's going to be the real. Is there something here? Or is it just because people buy them because that's the cool thing to do is to get a 911?
We've seen Chris Harris do it a million times.
I know, but he's Chris Harris. But Chris Harris I haven't seen videos of him hooning around anything older than a 997.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, a Singer, but a Singer doesn't really count. That's got everything thrown at it.
Maybe we can get the suspension set up so that it'll, be an easy sliding car.
Well, it's got Bilstein PSS 9s on it. I'm going to get adjustable front lower control arms like the GT3 style and add as much camber as I can to the front. These cars move around a lot on track at speed. Like it's like a constant dance of sideways, which looks like a ton of fun. The question is like, can they be set up for fun on the street where you have like tighter, diggier corners? That's where I think the rear engine, no weight over the front, is going to be a real detriment to it. But maybe with camber, I can get it there.
Especially with the amount of tire you got in the rear too. These are 305s?
295s
295s. Yeah.
I'm going to keep the stagger as little as I can.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to do a set of wheels on it. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. And then if I want to, be able to firsthand talk crap if it really is just a bunch of hype. Because it feels like nobody speaks poorly about the brand. Nobody.
No, yeah.
Even the ones who've had horrible experiences, they won't speak poorly about the brand, which is like interesting. So I don't know what else is there to say. And then if it does turn out that we're gonna do all the fun stuff. If it turns out that the car really does have the true potential, then we'll look into either doing a swap to a more powerful
like a
engine.
3.8 or a 4 liter.
Yeah, 3.8 or whatever, and maybe a 4. I think the 3.8 from the 997 is close to bolt-in with a little bit of modifications. Or just build this engine and have something that's kind of like a budget GT3-esque experience. And the cool thing is that it'd be wide body. No GT3 cars are wide body. They just had if it was an RS, they had the kind of clip-on flares.
Yep.
But it's not built into the.
And the kind of funky wing, right? In the 996 when they were GT3s.
Yeah, I don't like that. I actually like if I'm going to leave a wing, I would leave the GT2 wing on here. So we'll play with it. It could be a really cool build. It could be a flop, but it's something different.
Yeah.
And we're gonna dive into it and give you guys every step of the way and our experience with it. So I think that's it.
Sick.
We'll throw the steering wheel in real quick just because that's a quick, easy mod. You guys have seen me do this a million times. This is an old school airbag. There's two bolts that hold the airbag in place. We're going to take the steering wheel nut off. I'm going to rip it off by hand like a monkey, rocking it back and forth, and I'm going to slap the new one on. So we'll leave you guys with that, and we'll stay tuned for the Project Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle. So good night, guys.
We got to come up with a clever name for your sweet shifter and how tight the bushings are in that.
Tommy said that shifter's like $1,000.
Just the shift knob?
That shift knob, yeah.
$1,000?
Yeah.